Hi, it's Lance. It's Friday, April 10th, 2020. And we're all going to go to work on Wednesday, the 15th. We're just going to show up to work. We're not going to take it. No, we ain't going to take it. We're not going to take it anymore. But seriously, we are under a martial law like event, and this is unconstitutional. We are finding our country being very stagnant. We're just idling. This coronavirus, I'll get to that in a moment. Regardless, this topic is we are all going back to work on Wednesday the 15th, April the 15th, 2020. Just show up to work. That's how it works. Get with your congressmen and your senators and your law enforcement people, and just tell them what's going to be going down. We're all going to do it. We're all getting back to work. And I advise all of the lawmakers and the governors to get on their soapbox and just tell the people, just be safe, be careful. You know, still remain 6 feet apart from each other. You know, wash your hands frequently. Take your iodine. Take your vitamins. All that kind of stuff. Just be careful. Okay? We understand where we're at right now. But at the same time, you lawmakers need to stand up and say, listen, we need to get back to work. This is what's happening. It's going to be Wednesday the 15th, 2020 of April. We're just going to show up to work. The people that have the keys, put the key in the hole, turn the thing, start the machines, turn on the lights, go back to work. You need to go back to work. You need to feed your families. You need to replenish everything on your shelves and get all the essentials. And I'm going to tell you something. It's going to piss 99% of you off. This COVID-19 is a bio-made weapon, a man-made bioweapon. It was spliced and diced. They took pieces out and put pieces back in, made it a virus, called it COVID-19. That's all you need to know about it. It targets mainly people who are sickly people. Yes, people who are young can get it. But what I'm about to tell you is going to shock you. COVID-19 is the straw man, or the person or thing to blame, where in actual, it's like a magician telling you, hey, look at my hands right here. And then all of a sudden, wow, look at what came out of my hand. Wow. And you go, oh, wow. He just came up with that with no with nothing. It's this right here they're making you look at. COVID-19. In this hand, G5. G5 extremely lowers down your immunity. It makes us and causes us to become sick with flu-like symptoms. It makes you feel awful, irritable. It even changes the way that you think. And the way that the megahertz, 60 megahertz is what it's targeted at. They just chose it to be 60. Let me tell you something. I'm going to put it to you in layman's terms. What happens to oxygen when 5G is in contact with oxygen? It rotates the electrons in the molecular structure. And when those rotate, the electrons rotate like that, the oxygen into our body, the absorbers in our muscles, in our blood, our oxygen in our lungs, our brain, that receives the oxygen into our body can no longer do that because it's nullified and void because of these spinning electrons in the O2. The oxygen with the electrons going around it now spin simultaneously while it's going around it. They're spinning and it's null and void. Your body will not be able to absorb oxygen. And without oxygen, within 4 minutes on average, your body begins to die. What happens is when you don't have oxygen in your body, say if you're like drowning, or whatever the case may be, if there's no oxygen in the room, you're being suffocated, what happens is your heart rate starts to boom, 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 boom. It's your body's way of, and your mind's way of trying to seek the oxygen which you do not have in your body. Your heart is acting and reacting on overtime. So this OT is happening simultaneously while the 5G is in your area. Okay? You don't even have to be having a 5G phone. But just being surrounded by the EMF and the radio waves, that contact to it will have the oxygen that is surrounding you, that you are breathing in, is null and void. You're suffocating your body, and as a result, your heart's starting to increase and what have you. There's other things that happen too. This is just one aspect, which is just not even the tip of the iceberg. It is actually a weaponized weapon, that 5G that's out there. And there's other things too, what happens with 5G, and that's a whole nother topic. But I'm just telling you right now that what happens with the 5G, you have flu-like symptoms. They say that it's coronavirus, but it's actually 5G exposure to the radio waves. I'm not going to get all into it. I'm not a scientist. I love studying about science of all types, being brain, the body, nutrition, physics, mathematics. I'm starting to get to quantum science. I think that's fascinating. But regardless of all that kind of stuff, you don't need to be a doctor to know that, okay, right now it's nighttime. It's dark. The sun's on the other side of the earth right now. And it's not flat. It's not a flat earth. Just like it's daytime, you could say, okay, it is. You wake up and you're like, you look outside and you're like, okay, it looks like noontime. The sun's like right there. It could be like 2 hours off either way, but I know definitely the sun is at like high point. Okay? You don't need to have a doctorate's degree. But at the same time, you don't even know me. So don't believe me. But I want to challenge you to grab the bull by the horns and try to learn and absorb what is really going on. There is such a thing as a global order, a global system that is out there that tries to manipulate the stock market, the people, and once you control the people, they're so pliable that you could do pretty much whatever you want to do with them so that you can manipulate them so that you can profit from them. You, meaning as a globalist agenda person, would want to harm you, take you away from your dreams that you had, take your health away from you, take your businesses away from you, take your jobs away from you. But I'm not going to get all into that right now. Do the studying and research yourself. The main thing about this video April 15th, 2020, we're all going back to work. Just show up to work. No one's going to stop you. And if they do, tell them this is unconstitutional. This is all a big mix-up on what's happening. And this is what we, the people, have chosen to do. And it's up to you, who we've hired and voted in for, to make the decisions based on what we have collectively chosen, which is to go back into work April 15th on Wednesday, this Wednesday right here. First Wednesday after Easter. I can't tell you anything more right now. You just need to go back to work. We're going to regain our country back again. We're not going to lose this nation to the globalists, the countries that are trying to help, and actually government officials are trying to cause you to be controlled and manipulated so that they can have power over you and to make it so that they could have their way with you. I'm just telling you these things in layman's terms. Yeah, it's good to have your health as good as you can. I want you all to, drink plenty of water without fluoride. Make sure it doesn't have toxins in it. Don't be drinking off the tap. Make sure that the bottled water that you're drinking is clean water without all of these chemicals in it. That it's not just tap water that they're putting in a bottle. Here you go. You can have this. This is water. This is what you wanted, right? Okay, no. Get water without fluoride in it. And without all the chemicals. Do your own research. I'm not going to tell you what brand to get. I highly suggest you go on to a place such as InfoWarsStore.com and get their water filtration system. If you want an air purifier, they have those too. They have plenty of supplements and great other nifty little things too. Me personally, I go shopping there and I do a whole bunch of little good things. All of the supplements that I take, man, I'm telling you, they are amazing. When I don't take them, and sometimes I take $600 worth, sometimes I take $300 worth in a month. Maybe it's not that much. I never really broke it down. I know sometimes I buy that much, and then it takes me like 3 months to use them. That's probably how I should have said it. And I'm not reading from a script or anything like that. But these supplements are affordable, by the way, on there. And the water filtration system and what have you. Just go to work on Wednesday. That's what this message was about. I know I gave you a curveball on the 5G network. You will find that wherever they're deploying 5G network and they're going up left and right as everybody stays home, those people that have meter readers that can read out how bad this stuff is, make your own video like this. It doesn't have to be something spectacular. I mean, I'm just sitting in my truck. I'm an owner-operator of my own trucking business. And I'm just sitting here in my office right now. And this was bugging me to do something. And this is my way of doing something for the public. We are declaring that the United States, if other countries want to go back on Wednesday, then fine, we'll join America. We are all declaring Wednesday, April 15th, 2020. This Wednesday, after Easter, we're going back to work. Get back to work. Well, I might not get my unemployment check. You know what? Even if it's more, I'm hearing that in certain circumstances, some people are making more if they go the unemployment route. I'm telling you, if that is you, that falls under, if you fall under, not to do that. Because collectively, if we all join in and lock arms and make a great wall of humanity and freedom and uphold, this is our way of upholding the Constitution, that we're not going to take it anymore, that this in the long run will by far outweigh your extra $200 a week or whatever. Trust me on this. You may not see it right now, but that's only talking about the people that actually happens to, where you'll take the unemployment way and maybe you hate your job and you don't want to be there or whatever the reason is, or you're moving and that, I just thought of something right now while speaking to you live. You may be you may be fixing to move or something like that where the unemployment might be for you. And for those people that choose to take the unemployment, don't knock them on doing that, because they may have their own reasons that you just don't have any knowledge about, or any time to like spend a couple days and trying to interview those people and saying, hey, why are you on this unemployment stuff? Don't judge people, okay? Use your all best judgment is what I'm telling you to do. I want you guys to diet and exercise and keep safe out there. The numbers of fatalities on the roads have dropped drastically. We're going to have more traffic on these roads. Just work together as a team on no matter what you do. I love you all. I want you to be good out there, be safe, take your vitamins and minerals, and exercise and diet.